What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear. This is Saved by the Spell 3, Tormund's Quest 18.
Yay, it's D&D again. Great, cool.
I will kill you myself.
Sorry, I had to go for my Mudcat intro. I just can't do it. I can't deadpan that hard.
Don't ever go low energy on me, radio. I will cut you.
Let's go!
I will forever put you in the Carol Baskin spot.
Are you kidding me? I wait all week for this to come around. I can't stop my legs from moving. I'm so excited right now. I mean, with the highs and the lows and all the emotion we've had the last couple of weeks, it has been nuts in Tormund's Quest, and now it's just me and you and I, both of us together. Romance on the trail, baby.
I know. I had to at least incorporate, the storm some way, and put up a little picture for her buddy. Since he's not gonna be here.
Aww. To my new BFF, Gail.
Oh, welcome to quarantine week. Who gives up? Oh, I didn't actually hit my button. I hit the wrong one.
You wanted quarantine week. Who gives up? Thank you.
There we go.
Now I gotta figure out what button I pressed.
Oh God.
Oh, you know what? Every day is Thursday when you're in quarantine. I mean, most people I know start drinking around 10:30 in the morning. So I mean, by this point, everything's all good, bro. Literally, we're all living our best Malthus life right now. It's just, hey man, it's cool, bro. I mean, don't worry about it.
Who here in chat actually remembers Malthus? That's the question.
Never mind, you weren't asking me.
It's funny you bring him up. That was almost the lead-in episode last night at like 4 a.m. So if you're watching like Billy Bob Briggs D&D Monster Vision over on the RoBear channel, you almost got it. I was one episode off. I didn't cue it up right.
Man, dude. Malthus and the fucking possessed pumpkins.
It may have to be the Billy Bob Vision tonight. After the direct replay, just sneak in the Headless Horseman. Hey, man, you think you can turn that into a bong?
Hey, don't smash all the gourds, dude. I know Dr. Totem has taught me a cool way we can smoke out of that.
Oh, good times, man. Good times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Radio, do you have any announcements for this week, my friend?
Oh man, let me tell you, I am reinvigorated in my love of Destiny 2. I think the content is it could not be better right now if you're a PvP player. It's just amazing. No, it's actually I have been enjoying it. I have not done so much PvE stuff as PvP this season. I got my goals set. I think Saturday we might actually go and try and get the last 2 resets we need for our Redrick's broadsword. So we'll close out another PvE weapon on that and start working on Luna's Howl next, and just have a good time with it. I've actually been playing on Xbox too, which is kind of scary.
Hey, at least you still have some things to do, man. At least you still have some things to do.
I'm a man of a simple mind. I can find things to do anywhere I go.
This is true.
I make my own fun.
I mean, most of Destiny 1 was me running around trying to kill, the growing against the enemy, or I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Moving against the enemy.
Moving against
Venus?
the enemy. And
right there in that hole with the cave. Oh man, that thing would get spicy.
Just feels good, man.
Hey, if it feels that good, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just go with it. Just get some.
Oh shit, man.
What about you? What's going on in your world?
In my personal life, Saturday, I'm going over to another restaurateur's house because we're going to toast to the apocalypse. I got a text message that just said it was just straight up social distancing. I said, yeah, sure. It sounds like a good plan to me. And then I got a picture of the bottle and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm gonna come over.
For that bottle,
I'm gonna
absolutely social distancing.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. It's one of my buddies I haven't seen in quite some time. So that's in my personal life. I'm kind of excited about that. I got a play date, you know, even though you're not supposed to have those right now.
Would you like to borrow my mask? It's one of my dice bags. I just tie it around my face anytime I want to leave the house.
It's okay. I don't want to be 12 feet next to Joe, let alone 6 feet. So you don't have to worry. I told him there's not going to be a problem. I don't want to sit anywhere near his mug.
I love you. I don't want to get that close to you.
We're gonna be like two old men, and we're gonna put two recliners up. We've actually already got this out. We're gonna actually tape it out. We're gonna take some pictures as we look at each other and drink whiskey and until we get too woke. Out
of all the times I wish I could IRL a live stream off something that was just a private stream, that would probably be one of them.
Oh, that'd be a doozy. Yeah, that's what we call a career ender, folks.
That's why that's a private friends only stream. Yeah.
For our eyes only.
Put that on the Patreon.
Hey, speaking of working on things, if you guys haven't noticed earlier in the week, you can actually use !Tormund, Dirakt in the chat right now, and you'll pull up the actual link to the character sheets. So you guys can actually see the character sheets now. I found the public links for them, and I gave a little bit of description down there to help all the new folks that we have in right now in the stream, give you a little basic information on our characters. So nice little quality of life thing. It's also been completed for game of saving throws. So that little piece is in there. Yeah. A bunch of stuff is all getting worked on, so we're not going to even speculate on it, man. We're just doing essentially a normal week here, man. I'm not going anywhere on Friday. No future plans for anything. So shit is as normal as it could ever be on the channel. Other than that, if you guys haven't, for all the new folks, exclamation shows will let you guys know whenever the live show is actually going to be. So if you ever have any questions, hey, is this live? Exclamation shows will set you free. And we're going to try to do a better job of getting all of the most asked questions somehow in a command format. That is pretty much my goal this next week.
With some 200 IQ shit right there, my friend.
Yeah, shit that is well overdue, but that's what you get when you get me hanging out here working in front of my computer during the day on all this stuff. So it's been fun. Like prep time for campaigns. What is that? This is new.
Speaking of prep time, I do see that things have rolled over in the world of Sparks, which means there is stream loot chests to be grabbed out there. So
there are plenty of space for stream loot chest grabbing. So if you hit the million button down there on the mix play, you'll have a chance to roll for a chest. If you hit a nat 20, myself or one of the mods will be able to get you that.
And let me tell you right now, those chests save lives. and being a tank in 2 campaigns, I know that life-saving force, it comes from you.
I didn't think about that. It'll be funny the next time that you play, you're not going to be the tank. Like whatever campaign that we put you in, you will not
be muscle wizard.
Yeah. Love it. Everybody that's new out there, if you guys haven't, please drop me a free subscribe over on YouTube. Subscribing is just following over there, so it's free. Turn on the little bell, and if you're so kind, hop down there in those wonderful, wonderful comment sections where only positivity dwells. Which actually I'm pretty lucky right now. I'm small enough where it is that way. Once we grow larger, we'll finally get some hate down there. But right now it's just really kind folks stopping by. But it's important because the algorithm depends on that. So if you're thinking about me on your YouTube and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go give Radio and RoBear a little thumbs up over on Tormund's Quest. Please do it. It's amazing. More people will be able to see that video and get into our wonderful thing that we got going on here. And other than thanking Roll20 and D&D Beyond for being rock stars, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for making this entire production possible, from making the characters to the virtual tabletop to the wonderful tunes that all of us can hear from the players all the way to you viewers back home. Thank you guys so much. You're amazing. And to all those first responders out there right now, grocery store workers and all essentials, you guys are awesome.
Can I get a toast to them right now, please? If you've got a beverage, doesn't matter what it is, lift it up to you guys.
Thank you. I needed my bananas this morning. You came through in the clutch.
All right. It's about that time.
It's about that time, my friend.
Captain, tell us what happened last week on Saved by the Spell Tormund's Quest. Maximum reverb, maximum efficiency.
After completing your family meal inside of the Woodland Manse, after dispatching of the orcs and half-orcs that had corrupted and blighted this once ancient elvish site, it was unfortunately time to part ways with your newfound friends. In the morning, there was the typical Irish goodbye, no sight or sign of bow and dagger, as they retreated back into the Neverwinter woods at some point in time during the night. Our Conan, always the consummate early riser, had taken off on a new path, said his goodbyes to Dirakt while he was making his early coffee. Tormund, you get a big whiff.
What is that, Dirakt?
What do you think of this, boy? Got some of that good barrel-aged coffee from our Conan.
You know, when I wake up, gonna look at the sun like he knows how to tell time. Whatever time this is in the morning or afternoon, may it be. I mean, I don't expect to find you sitting around the fire drinking goddamn barrel-aged whiskey.
See, when you're done with the whiskey, you can pack these barrels with coffee, Tormund. Look at this. And I actually have procured, I got like a little baby barrel. We got some hanging out, soaking in. It's the best damn way to start your morning.
So the beans soak up the flavor from the barrel.
That's right.
That's goddamn genius.
Novel idea, isn't it?
Yeah. Now if only we had some maple syrup to pour in there afterwards. Imagine that sitting in those barrels after the coffee and the bourbon, the flavors you would get out of that. Damn it! Now you got me hungry for pancakes. Son of a bitch, we don't have any flour for them either.
We used everything up we had in the manse.
Guess it's spamming whatever we could forage for. Wish I had that little gun that Braden had. We can go shoot some quail.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Speaking of feast, sent Arconin off in the morning. He took off. I haven't seen your buddy or Bo. Hell, I haven't seen Gale since he went for a walk last night before I asked out by the campfire.
Well, knowing Bo, he won't come back. I think Gale had some stuff to work on for himself. He got a little taste of the same thing you showed me first time we went out adventuring. I just hope he's okay, because he doesn't have someone like you to help him along.
Yeah. I think you learned a lot. First time here, and I think you did too. Not everybody from up north in the big city's completely full of shit.
Although at the first sight of him, I thought he was going to be the biggest stuffed shirt we ran into.
Yeah,
Mr.
he looked a little soft.
I think stuffed peacock is exactly what you're looking for, Dirakt.
Stuffed peacock. I'm just glad he's not around here to shock the shit out of me while I roast him. It's a strange world. I hate to admit it, though. Tormund. I don't think we did enough for the folks of Phandalin and their tax problem. Kind of got sidetracked.
I got a feeling we can't go back to Phandalin for a little bit. Besides, if we did, I'd lose that wager to Harbin, and I don't like to lose.
Now that, like all politicians, that's not necessarily true, Tormund. We just don't have to see Harbin Wester when we go back to town. See, and if we do see Harbin Wester, we damn better have our story straight on this.
Dirakt, look at me. Do I look like I know how to lie very well?
In hindsight, if you see Harbin Wester, you need to immediately hide. Well, damn it, you're not good at that either. Stay still. They won't see you if you don't move, Tormund. Stay completely still.
You know what? I might be new to this whole adventuring thing, but even I know that's bullshit, Dirakt.
Maybe it'll throw them off enough where they think you're crazy or some shit like that. Yeah.
Why don't you quit talking and pour me some of that barrel-aged breakfast, whatever you're drinking there?
Well, you finally realized, like a politician, I've been trying to stall over here so I could drink the whole damn thing for myself.
You know what? I thought I would be the next great chief of Phandalin, but chances are, when this is all said and done, I'm going to leave you in that town.
Boy, that's where men go to die, my friend. And this old bird plans to spread his wings a little bit longer.
Well, you still haven't got me fully trained yet, so I mean, you have the challenge before you. Now, pour some of that shit in my cup. Let me wake up. I got a BM that'd choke a donkey.
Good God. I begin to pour your glass full. About halfway through, just a massive crack of lightning and thunder. Enough to where it actually... God damn.
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately, I don't think we can chalk that one up to heat lightning, Tormund.
Great. Fucking Talos is coming back for some more fun.
Let
me know if you see any eyes out in those clouds.
Roll a perception check.
That is going to be a 4.
Just all consumed on trying to get this cup of coffee. As I begin to pour the second half of this cup. God damn it. As we look up, Direct's gonna roll a perception check. You can still see the storm to the north. But here to the southwest, there's a nasty little spot brewing. And we look back over and we can see another drop.
It's a strange bit of clouds over there, isn't it?
Oh, God. I think one of those acolytes is over there running around. This is too close to camp, Tormund.
It's time to pack up and move along. We got a long haul till we get to that lighthouse on this trail.
All right, grab your shit.
Tormund's just gonna. Wow. Oh, that's what I needed. All right, hold on. Let's get this shit together. It's haphazardly pulling things around, half asleep, half starting to feel that buzz with nothing in his belly but a little bit of whiskey. Oh. Ooh. Hold on, Dirakt. I gotta go. I gotta go into the trees. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I'll be back in a minute.
This is no time for jokes, boy. Let's go.
I gotta poop. Leave me alone.
No. Pull your shit up, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Turtle head this shit.
No.
Fuck.
Hey.
Okay. Come on.
Get your shit to go, boy. This is go time.
All right. Oh, soft focus. Okay, I got this. At some point, you're gonna have to let me make in the bushes somewhere.
Hold it, boy. You can shit when you get in battle.
You really want the same?
I want you to roll a stealth check with disadvantage as you're corn cobbing.
Damn it. I'm gonna get killed by a fucking lightning boar. All right, here we go. Wow, 2 18s plus 2, dirty 20.
That's not the only thing that's dirty.
Yeah, now my undersash is a little bit.
All right. As we leave the horses behind, pack up what little goods that we have, start to push to the southwest.
I'm not leaving Ivan behind.
No, we're going to, it's like literally on us, on the camp.
Oh, okay.
Now you understand.
I thought we were getting the fuck out of Dodge.
No, now you understand the agency of pull your pants up. Like it's right over here.
Got it. Okay. I honestly, we were trying to fucking run. I'm like, dude, let me poop first. Come on.
No, we're going right over here. We're like the stone's throw away. The corn cobbing Tormund and Dirakt and Lee ducking back behind trees till we look across the trail and actually cross over into it, continuing southwest. We see that lightning come down one more time. And this time we can actually see one of the trees splinter almost in half.
Tormund's gonna grab his axe. I'm ready.
All right, boy. It's in boar form. Let's take it down quick.
So watch out for that lightning damage.
As we look at each other, held behind a tree. It's go time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tormund rushes around the tree towards wherever that lightning came from with his axe. Wheeling it over his head,
Full
rushing
steam.
in.
As you close in ground, you look over, and in a newly carved meadow, you see your old friend, Gale. Full lightning erupting from his eyes. At this point, trees around him looks like he's been at it for hours. Just a complete man-made carved meadow at this point. Sheared, as you can just almost smell the sulfur in the air.
What do you want from me? I don't understand. I know you can see me. I know you can hear me. You've been watching me every day. But do not... I have no place. You don't want me. My family doesn't want me. And the only people who give a damn
are right here.
Easy, fella, easy. It's just us. I don't want a lightning bolt up my ass. All right, buddy.
What are you doing here?
Well, you made quite the ruckus.
It's not safe.
You've been up all goddamn night painting your Picasso here, boy. Understand what it's like to be full of rage. But this ain't it.
I don't know what to do. I can't go home. I am destined for something I don't understand. And now that is gone too.
All right. Easy, fella.
Oh, screw easy, Dirakt. Tormund's gonna put his axe away. He's gonna trot over to Gale. Just wrap his arms around him. I thought I was gonna see you again.
I am not good to be around. Direkt. Tormund.
Hey, listen to me. There's one thing I know. from having an asshole bullshit of a father. You're right where you need to be. When shit sucks, that's when you need the people who care about you the most. Fuck the rest of those assholes. Fuck your mom and dad. You're with us. And whatever that fucking Talos bullshit, wherever you are, Storm God, kiss my ass. We'll fight them together. 'Cause that's what family is. There's one thing you know about me. I'll die for you right here, right now. 'Cause that's what you are. You're family to me, Gale. Maybe not born. We've definitely spilled blood together. That makes you kin. Your problems are my problems. And Dirakt will follow along. Hell, who knows? Maybe he'll make adventurers out of us both. Huh?
Feel like I would need a lot more work than you would.
What you say, Gale? You want summer camp to last a little bit longer?
I would like that very much.
Better than
Very
blowing
much.
up trees all the way back to Neverwinter, eh?
Trees? Oh shit.
Yeah, look at all these toothpicks you created.
Good news, you got some wood for Tormund to stack. Because we're running a little bit low. Gale, I want you to roll a perception check.
18.
It is very clear that Tormund is shit his pants.
Damn it!
I appreciate the sense of companionship, Tormund, but could you maybe step back a few feet? You've seemed to have... Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. Direkt, I told you I had to go.
Well, we thought we had some werebores over here. Wouldn't it matter to shit in your drawers if you're dead? Tormund!
I'm gonna go find some leaves. I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute.
You know, Direkt, I think this means that I have scared Tormund shitless.
Ah,
I heard that.
please do hold that card over him for the rest of our days, Gale. I'd appreciate that.
I plan to.
I come over and give you.
I'm working doesn't mean it hurts my feelings less.
I come over and give you a big unshitty handshake into a hug.
He full on embraces and definitely shocks the shit out of Direkt. Sorry. Still, this is lots going on.
I'm just glad it wasn't full force. Just glad it wasn't full force. Just enough to wake an old man up. All right, I'm gonna go grab the horses. Make sure they're fine. You boys grab some of that wood. Make it back to camp. And by God, if you haven't fucking slept all night, we're gonna get some rest before we head out. Can't have you falling off a damn mule.
We're riding mules.
We still have the shitty old mule.
Great. Guess I will have to get used to the rough road. Where did I put my staff? Ah. And he goes and he picks up the staff that you see at an angle, what seems like at the centerpiece of like a impact on the ground that is burned away and is dug in as this like almost like thunder wave hit on the ground, and it's just shoved like deep into the ground there. And he just kind of yanks it back up. Right. I will help gather wood.
Well, I don't smell any better, but at least my ass is clean. I'll let you go gather that wood over there, and I'm gonna stay as socially distant from you as I can, because I don't know, maybe Dirakt can help clean that shit up.
It would be preferred.
Kind of figured that.
Yeah, I will grab what wood I can. And he goes and he picks up like 3 logs. And then just like starts walking.
Tormund's got half a tree in one, another half a tree in the other arm. Just walking back towards.
As you guys make your way back over to the campsite, I can only imagine a traditional D&D blogger thinking about our campaign in emotional moments when they go, man, you know, they really seem to hit a chord, but the one thing that stays true, they really lean hard into those dick and fart jokes.
You know what? That's real life.
That's real.
Who doesn't have whiskey at 11 o'clock in the morning and go, oh God, my God, oh no.
Wokest game in D&D.
This is life, man.
You guys make your way back over to the campsite. Still got one bedroll all nice and left out for Mr. Vision Quest.
Are we leaving right now, or can I?
You're gonna take a damn nap, boy. Been up all night. Grab a power nap. We'll do a little forage right around here. See if we can't drum up a little bit of protein before we leave. I want you to at least take the edge off of being up all night. You're safe. You're with your friends. Out up there. He may still be hunting your ass, but at least you're going to go down together.
Good. I will absolutely do that. I am exhausted. And he just, like, it's like as soon as he hits the pillow.
Straight up anime, like this squiggly eye sleep.
Slobber coming out a little bit. Like, he's just, like, gone.
Tormund, go ahead and roll me a series of 3 survival checks.
1, 2, 3. All right, first one is a 12. Second one is 19. Third one is 21.
All right, go ahead and roll a 2d6.
It's double sixes. That never happens.
And you can drum up whatever kind of wildlife small game your imagination can think of that you were able to forage in a, you know, we'll give them a, a 2.5 hour, 3 hour nap.
Ooh. Oh, dude, you're gonna love this. They're foraging in the camp. Tormund comes back. Dirakt, look. Found these 3 fat chucker partridges. And not only did I find those, check this out. He digs into his bag as he tosses the birds on the ground. Whole handful of morel mushrooms. And to go with that, fresh green onion.
My God.
Now that, my friend, is foraging.
You've done well. You've done damn well.
Even better. Digs around, pulls out this gigantic hunk of fresh butter and bread rolls from the basket.
The hell did you find those?
Braden Barley's basket of plenty, my friend.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I forget about magical items that we come up with. Oh.
We're gonna have roast chucker with green onions and morel mushrooms with fresh butter and all the sourdough and wheat bread you can gorge yourself on.
Sounds like we're gonna have a nice lunch for our buddy Gale when he wakes up.
Oh, now, here, take that bird. I'm gonna get to work on these two. We gotta feather them out, get them all dressed up so we can get them on this fire.
Right. That I can do.
Tormund just starts to work, just quick knuckle plucking the feathers out of these chuckers.
By the way, you got a D8, Tormund.
Ooh, D8 inspiration. Thank you, guys.
If we missed anything while that browser source was down, I recached it. Everything's coming up again. But if we missed anything else other than that inspiration, please let me know, because I wasn't getting my visual cue. Sorry about that, guys. All right. I'm gonna be able to get that the bird prepared for you. I rolled a 19 on my survival, so we're getting high yield on that thing. Breasted out perfectly.
Got to work it, cooking and sauteing and all that butter. You can hear the crackling on that cast iron pan. The perfect crust on those breasts. Thinly slice those mushrooms across the top. We'll sit there in that fat and that oil for a second. Plate them out. Just garnish it with the top of the green onions.
Damn, that smells good. I gotta give it to you. You do fantastic work on the road.
Well, like Mom taught me, forage for what you got, make the best of what you find.
She did well. Well, you can tell he's tired, because if those leaks won't rise a man, I don't know what will. Give Gale a wake-up call. Let's get some lunch in him.
Hold on.
Gale sits up. The fuck was that?
That's lunch.
That smells amazing.
Oh, I thank you. I try. Here.
How long was I asleep?
Long enough for me to find some chucker, some mushrooms, and some other groceries. Here's your plate. Go ahead, tell me what you think of that. And you won't taste better bread.
Start scarfing it down, like just so hungry. This is very good.
It's like a rage hungover.
What's that? You got green onions?
Yeah.
Do you have any coffee?
course we have coffee. Direkt's on like his 4th cup today.
Is it good coffee?
We have some from our Conan's place. Some of the barrel-aged kind. Not gonna say it's made in the best way, but camp coffee, it'll do. It's better than a normal lot. There's a couple extra grains in there, but you know, just chalk it up to a little bit of 3-dimensional flavor.
Yeah.
If you can't chew it, you didn't drink it.
Ain't got no filters out here, boy.
That is coffee. That is something.
And it's strong. It'll wake the dead, that's for sure.
Wait, you said our Conan?
Our Conan, yeah. He gave me some of this coffee before he left in the morning.
Maybe this is what he used to wake the dead. I don't know. Damn.
The parable there definitely does not go on deaf ears. With as pale skinned as that man is, it looks like he's been up for 14 days straight.
I don't even know if he sleeps. He might not sleep.
Leave it to a huntsman, eh? Leave it to a huntsman.
Well, I paid for good entertainment, and I think I got what I paid for and more.
You got your money's worth from your hunting excursion. There's no damn doubt about it.
What do you, what is the next step in our family travels?
Got a little lighthouse to visit.
We need to pay a visit to this lighthouse. Find out what exactly is going on. Whatever has happened, this blight, this corruption, it's needed a steady stream of the dead. We need to find out its connection.
I want to go with you, but I feel as if I need to be honest about something. I haven't been entirely truthful to both of you up to this point.
Oh. Do tell, Thunderbutt.
When I was at the lodge and was looking for this grand hunt, and I was requesting boars, that was not by accident. I knew about the boars and what was happening a bit. My father's business has been having some issues, at least one portion of his business, and I thought that, well, with my mother guiding me, that maybe if I found a solution, that would be something. So I knew that there was something going on, but I'm sorry I didn't tell you beforehand. That I knew more than what I led on to believe.
Well, well, well. Norman? Maybe we get to have this conversation a little bit earlier than what we thought. Hell, we knew a little bit more. We let on too, gal. We know folks like your pops up there in Neverwinter are making it real hard on the folks in Fanlin because these shithead boars. We come up to that lodge to smooze with folks like your parents. Try to let them know just because they're short on profits this year, not to take it out on the hard-working people of Phandalin. They're in the same shitville as everybody else is. thanks to this dragon. And that's nobody's fault. It ain't gonna get any better unless everybody pulls together. Maybe sometime we can have a conversation with folks like your old man. Maybe someday we can have one of those. What's going on in small towns like Fandolin? It ain't right.
It won't matter what you say. They only care about one thing, power and what that gets them. I'm sorry, but you could...
said it. Their power is threatened by these boars. That's the reason you went on your little mission. Take away one piece out of the bottom, it all falls down from the top.
Boy's starting to learn. I'm kind of proud of him.
Here, I thought I was the knowledgeable one. I think you are correct, but I think we need to go about a way of showing solutions and things that we've done to help tip the scales a bit more in their favor.
That's what I'd hope to hear.
Then perhaps there can be an argument. I will say that if we do end up in Neverwinter, it would behest you to not have me involved in the conversation with my father. For you are at a losing hand.
Understandable. I wouldn't want to speak to my old man and try to convince him of something he didn't want to do either. But you may know some folks later on down the line that do business with your father. Some other influential people. That will be worth its weight in beyond gold. For the townsfolk of Fandolin and beyond. But first, we gotta deal with the problem at hand. It's just as much of a big boogeyman as the tax collectors are. We seem to have one bigger issue after the other. Someday, Tormund, we're gonna get to kill this dragon.
I don't think I'm in any rush to do that right now.
Someday. Right now, we get to put band-aids and put out all of its fires. But eventually, Tormund, you're gonna be so pissed off, you don't care anymore. You're not gonna be scared. Nobody's gonna be scared. There's only gonna be one option. That's the only way that you kill a monster like that. You're not scared anymore. But you'll get there. You'll see.
Well, I'll remember that. Because right now there's still a lot of patching up to do before we can unite everybody here. Because that's what it's going to take to beat Cryovane. I've seen him sleeping, happy in his little mountain. Not a fucking care in the world. Because he knows all the squabbling down here's got everyone divided. And while we're divided, he can beat us.
Yes.
So we'll do it a piece at a time. When we're ready, then we'll head to his home.
When did you see him?
Call it a vision. I was shown where he lives, where he sleeps. In those mountains, Out there, points to the Sword Mountains behind him. High Peak. It's a cave that he calls home. And that home is what we'll take the fight to when we're all ready. But right now, like Dirakt said, still work to do.
I'm sorry, Dirakt, but if you think I am going to be fearless at any point, you're mistaken. I don't see a world where going up against the dragon wouldn't scare the shit out of me. But I'll give him one hell of a show.
It seems crazy, doesn't it? Right?
It's lunacy. Preposterous.
I promise you. There's a line. You'll get there. You adventure long enough, you always do. Unfortunately, it's usually when a monster like that takes something from us. It's easy to adventure when you don't have skin in the game. Then the stakes get raised. I just hope when you and Tormund's line is crossed, that there's still a piece of the old you left on the line when you make it back. You can kind of see Dirakt seems to be going down a path in his head. Doesn't go full walk away, but he makes a little pace. Checks out the horizon just a little bit. Turns back around. Hands folded back up again. But enough sucking snot, because we're not going there today.
Thank the gods. Well,
Yeah.
some of them at least.
Let's get this
I've
camp.
always wanted to see the ocean.
I see plenty of it where we're headed.
Fun fact, you see a lot of the ocean because Neverwinter's.
Yeah. It's fine.
Never saw that?
Yeah, sorry. You're right. I was like, wait a minute. That's not right. But Neverwinter's also a city within a city, and half the city's like, it's all...
See, you know what? It's because this would be like, it's like going to New Orleans. It's not like you're in the ocean.
Yeah.
We're totally making that canon. Neverwinter is a subterranean city at this point, below water level.
I've always wanted to see a clean ocean.
That we will have the chance to see. Tormund, you got anything else to do in this campsite?
Other than digest my food, I can't really think of much I need to do. Got a little stock of herbs to go. We'll be around on the trail the next couple of days, see if we got to eat that goddamn canned meat.
One more thing. And Gail's gonna go through his bag. He's gonna pull out this little bottle, take the top off. He's gonna walk over to Tormund and just... That is much better. And and then walk back and put it back in the bag, take it out, spawn on him, and then Direkt?
No, thank you.
Ah, that spray cuts through stench kind of like an axe. That's like a axe body spray.
It's too refined. It's got a little bit of a curve to it.
It is a bit of an older spice.
Ah, well, it'd have to be. All right. Yeah.
But
I don't know if I'm going to be impressing any guild masters with this, but at least it covers up the stench of when I shit my pants.
See, you're learning, Gale, that sometimes scales just never really get clean. I cast prestidigitation. And getting prestidigitation cast on you as a full-on adult, that's like the equivalent of your grandma like wiping your face. You can't stop it. It's magical. It feels refreshing like tea tree oil, but it's still just a little tad bit humiliating.
Hey, Dirakt, did Dad ever tell you about the time when he was platoon and they fired him out of a fucking trebuchet into a goddamn pit of pig shit?
That man will never shut up about trebuchets. It's impossible. It's impossible not to be in a tent with your daddy and him not bring up that goddamn trebuchet.
If only he could feel as refreshed as I do now. Maybe he wouldn't be so goddamn cranky.
I will make this promise to you that if we do go to Neverwinter, I am going to take you to one of the many baths. The bathhouse is there. There are some extremely fine, the best water, soap, girls, anything you want. It is fantastic.
All right, go for a bath and a good meal.
Oh, when you get done whipping ass, it'll be a pleasure to take you up on that offer, Gale.
It would be my honor to see you guys there. That would be a show I would pay to see.
I would too. So, Gale, we need to get you suited a little bit better, my friend. These noble robes ain't gonna cut it. Direkt goes back over towards his pack. Oh, that's gonna fit on you. But it's been quite some time. I pull out an old, well-worn pair of studded leather armor. And I pull this sheet out and I go, I know, now you're looking and you go, I was a hell of a lot skinnier back then, but no, goddammit, it's not mine. I was never that skinny. He tosses it over your way. This here is from an old friend of mine. Served him well. Saves his ass. I point over to one shot. Hand X to the chest. Leans over to the area on the hip. He goes, one hell of a broadhead arrow. Flips it over on the back of the side. Huge scorch mark above the tailbone. Might even keep you from burning your ass off. but it's certainly going to do better than those noblemen's robes.
I don't know if this will really work for me, but I can give it a try. I appreciate it. Do I put it over, or do I put it under?
Tormund, go show him how to put on some armor.
Come here, let me show you how to take care of this. Tormund's gonna spend the next 15 minutes trying to explain how this all happens.
I can imagine you're out there with your knife. You're like, you gotta make it like a tabard. You gotta make it like.
You don't need any of this shit. Just take it off. What you need is a base like that. There you go. Sleeves have been cut off. Garments have been modified.
Go ahead and roll a survival to see how.
How I get him fitted?
Yeah, how you get him fitted.
Awesome.
This is him. The difference between him looking like the Mighty Ducks Goldberg after he suited up the first time, and like Casey Jones.
Wait, are we talking like current Goldberg or like Goldberg back in the 90s?
Goldberg back in the 90s, baby.
That's 21.
21. Surprisingly, I guess Tormund picked up a little bit of sewing from Ciara too. True mama's boy.
He's a man of the craft.
Oh,
So it's pretty good.
it looks damn good actually. It looks as good as getting one of those pre-made leather armor sets in Elder Scrolls Online. You're like, damn, this shit looks really good.
All right, now turn around. Let's see the whole thing. There you go. Oh, Dirakt, even you couldn't do any better. Look at this man.
I honestly, you're 100% true. It's not my forte. But I'll be damned if you haven't turned that nobleman into a soldier. He looks the part. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, I hope it does me well, as it did your friend.
Well, hopefully it does better than his friend, because, he's not wearing it anymore.
Because he got new armor, Tormund.
Right.
You're not wearing a dead man's armor. God.
Is
Jesus,
that
boy.
something you need to tell me? I don't.
No, it was just, it's his old.
Dale, I'm just with you.
It's his old armor. God.
Is this not
every
these metal? These
No,
are-
it's not metal at all. It's actually.
Wait, there's like little. Huh.
That's all hard leather.
But I definitely looked the parts now.
Gil,
What do you think?
roll a d10 for me.
One.
Oh, that's the wrong dice for me. All right. Noted.
I rolled a 1.
Gotcha. I'm not what you just rolled for that magic item E, I am not pulling out of my pack. because there's no way that I would give it to you. So there's a little foreboding. Gonna have to get it later.
DM question. Do I add studded leather armor to my sheet?
Yep, add it to your equipment and then remember to equip it so your AC will go up.
Side quick technical note. I have no technical proficiencies in this.
I'll give it to you.
Cool.
You're gonna get this proficiency Tormund just gave you. I can change that on your sheet for you. Let's see. You see, that's the thing. Nobody knows how to put their football pads on the first time.
I feel like I could do some damage with this. You see him kind of like twirl the staff like it's a weapon, and then like he like drops it. Maybe a little bit of practice picks it back up.
We're gonna make a battle mage out of you yet.
I'm already scared the fuck out of him.
Yeah, I know you shit yourself.
That wasn't entirely because of you, okay?
Remind me next time that we are in a town that I look up that fancy spell that's Dirakt used. I feel like it would be useful to have two people that can cast it. Got to clean you up afterwards.
Great. And then I don't have two people that can wipe my ass.
Clearly you can't do it yourself. So
you know what? Had you not been throwing lightning around like a goddamn...
This is one thing that I think it would... Listen, if we need to go over this, you've taught me many things. So what I can do is what you want to do is you want to find a very thick leaf of some kind, right? And then you're going to want to make sure that you get really deep in there, right? And it's not going to be just one wipe. You're going to want to do it multiple times, right? To really clean out the area. Now, it's important to also do regular bathing techniques because if you don't, like just wiping isn't going to clean it, right? So you're going to want to make sure and take baths and things like that. Definitely wash your hands. That is very important. Especially if you're going to be traveling with me. If you ever come at me with shit on your hands, I will fry the fuck out of you. Just making that known.
You want to know the greatest part about all this, Gale?
You're learning?
No, I made that entire lunch without washing my hands.
Not special, Gale.
That's all right. The heat would have killed any of the shit anyways.
Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I was about to say. There's some heat brewing down below. 17.
17. Yeah, you're able to withstand. It's unsettling, but you're able to hold tight.
You know, had it not been so delicious, I would have been more disgusted, but that was fantastic, so...
I'll take you licking the plate as a compliment enough.
This was very good.
Well, should we strike this shit and move along the trail down to this lighthouse?
Before we leave, right? Yeah, you've said this has always come naturally to you. Come here. Let me show you something. Sit there and I concentrate, and I take your hand, and you can feel it looks like an old leathery hand of hard work, like you would find on your own grandfather's. When you touch it, it's smooth like velour. It holds your hand. You just sit just right. Really, all you have to do is concentrate. People think it's hard, but it's not at all. And he goes over a hand motion with you just a couple of times, just trying to get your muscle memory to absorb. I want you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. 14.
14. DC was 12. As you go through this hand motion a couple of times, you slowly pick up and you look over at a rock that's laying down next to the fire pit. You can see literal ash washed and cleansed away. Looks like that rock's been in the hot fire all night now. As you go across one, you're able to do it on a second, a third, a fourth. You now know prestidigitation. You're natural, Gale.
I didn't think that this was possible. It's always been just something that I've just been able to do it. I wonder what else I could learn.
It's not learning, it's already there, Gale. Not learning, it's already there. You see, me and you were similar in a lot of ways. I wasn't born with it. But that magic, it comes from the inside. Something you're able to do like an instinct or a reaction. It's not like our Conan, where things need to be written down in tomes. The precise amount of rat hair he needs to find, and 13 feathers to cast a spell. We just do. Makes folks like them jealous, but it's just a different cross to bear. That's all. Just glad an old man can help.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
That's good. Because your first job is making sure Tormund's ass is clean all the time now.
What about mine?
I'll be making sure to do it right before he starts cooking. From here
Good.
on out.
Good. We got some accountability in this group now.
What do you want? I heard something about my ass.
Sid, better get your ass in gear.
Hey,
We're
your
gonna break
mule is
camp.
packed, old man. Camp is struck. We're ready to hit this trail while you guys were over here in the fucking woods.
All right. Well, Gale, the mule is yours now. The mule is yours now. I guess this old man's just gonna have to figure out a way to go on his own.
Oh, shut up. You take Ivan. I'll take my boots. As he clicks his heels and starts to hover a little bit.
It is really fine. I respect my elders. You should definitely take the mule. Dirakt. I can walk for a bit. We can share.
You turn back around and you look, it almost looks like Dirakt is taking a piss over the fire. Literally has almost both legs straddled around either side. And you can see all of a sudden those flames rise up high, about 6-7 feet in the air. as you see that phoenix form now for the second time. I don't need your god horse, Tormund! I already signed my soul away to another. Don't worry, this old man won't fly too far ahead.
Son of a bitch.
So let me get this straight. He gets a phoenix. You get the god horse.
And you get the
I get
donkey.
mule. Right. Just walks up to the donkey. Hello, my name is Gale. Looks like we are going to be friends, I hope. Good. You do fine by me, I'll do fine by you.
Tormund's just gonna walk over to him, pick him, and set him on the back of the donkey.
I can get on a
You've
I can get
established
on
your
a
relationship.
donkey, you jackass.
You've established your relationship. Now let's ride. Ivan! Just comes running over. I'm just gonna use my little hop that I'm half hovering on to get on Ivan.
Actually, the donkey's elated not to have Direkt's big dragonborn ass on it. And everything it was carrying, so.
I'm just like flying this majestic god horse, and I'm just
welcome to how Dirakt has spent the last 17 weeks.
I've been on that fucking donkey for so long. I'm so happy.
the
Send it
only
on its
thing
way.
running through Gale's mind is, thank God none of my friends are here to see this. Well, previous acquaintances, that is.
It truly is training day. And on that note, as we gather up to leave camp, go ahead and use the restroom, refill your beverage.
All right, I'm actually good. Cap, you want to go? I'll hold down chat for a minute.
I very much will refill my beverage.
Go take care of it.
I'll take a little bit more. Surprise, guys! I'm here. By the way. I love you guys. Thank you for whatever crazy thing that you got me. Apparently, that get to see maybe later.
The magic eye to me, that's the big stuff.
Later, it's too strong for me to pull out of my pack.
Oh, is it? I have no idea. I have no idea.
I wouldn't be rolling around. If I had it, Corman would have slapped me.
Damn it, Dirakt, how many times have I told you I need that shit to save my ass? There's my horse.
Just want to say I love you guys, and I'm super happy to be here. And I'm gonna go get a little bit more wine.
Dude, take care of business.
As a
TCB.
noble, of course I drink wine.
How many people find themselves walking around the house talking like Gale? There's me. He's a cultured man. Come on. Why else would he be on Tormund's quest if he was not? I ask you, my friend. This is a fine group of women. Yes, now I have two people to wipe my ass. You know, Tormund, he takes all the damage. Willingly puts himself in front. You could at least wipe his ass. Come on, somebody. Ooh, wait. No, hold on. Okay. I saw that and I thought it was actually a 20 roll. I was going to say, what? Magic item H? Thank you very much. Is that the one that has the deck of many things in it? I'm still waiting for Ruby to get that on Friday. That's when it all comes to a screeching halt. Someone give Ruby the deck of many things. We're all dead. We got culture, damn it.
How many times I told you it's fine to marry your cousin?
Dreams and death. Oh, demand, a wish. I'm gone choppy video skipping. Oh, that's not good. That's not bueno, my friend. Let's see, we got something sucking up resources. Nope. Not that. Not that. Not that. Nothing running in the background. Not that. I wonder if Windows is pushing another update. That's usually when it goes pear-shaped for me. Everything else that's running should be running. What is this? Get. I'm telling you, the deck of many things is a curse. That's when it all goes downhill. That's when it all goes pear-shaped. Do we have some more wine, my friend?
Oh, but of course, my friend. Champagne de la Stomp.
Oh, we got a wild caustic.
Yeah, we do. We're making Ruby jokes.
Kiki ice cubes.
Oh.
Every time I hear Kiki, I just think, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Do you really want to? Sorry. I want to stay high.
This will be your bedtime story. It'll be a big bedtime story.
Radio, you got anything else running in the background?
I have. I've gone through and slayed everything. I assume that there's another Windows update being pushed because it's the only thing that could make me stagger that bad.
Yeah. Cool. You're on it. You're on it, my dude. All right. We will pick back up. Back on the trail. And since I have a lovely map where I can do that.
Ooh, this is my favorite. I love this map.
Good.
We go into the trail zone, not sponsored by AutoZone.
Into the zone, trail zone.
Dude,
there it is.
We have Tribor trailed hard, my friend.
I mean, we spent a lot of time.
Oh, you're going down hard, Radio.
Is it?
Yep.
I figured out what it might be.
Terminate it.
I'm gonna terminate them all.
Execute Order 66 of your journey to the dark side. Complete.
So on this bad boy, we're gonna pop out of Neverwinter Woods, right about in this zone right here, back onto the Tribor Trail. Storm still brewing up to the north. Still got eyeballs. And it does, man. It looks rough. As we look at every navigational device that we have, that storm looks like it's been centered on the lodge for a while. Like a slow moving hurricane. As we pull over the same spot that we always do, I realize that this freshwater stream, this is like our White Castle. This is where two old men get coffee and a couple of sliders. This same little spot we always, which I now have marked, thankfully. Right over here. But evening time, since we had to get a late start so that we could get Gale some rest, which, by the way, you haven't been able to mark your character sheet yet. After this evening, you will be able to you'll be able to put the long rest on that bad boy.
Cool.
What just happened there? We get all inspiration? Oh, no.
It's 14. It ties.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Is it just me or is it everybody? I missed it. Dude, that's the big dog too. Radio, you have a Death Strike card.
Death Strike. I'll take that.
That sounds amazing.
I want to know. I'm going to do some research on what that is.
Hot damn. Thank you for the D12. Let's go. Thank you very much. I saw a red card and I was like, oh, mother of God. Pull over. Make small camp again. We got leftovers, so we don't really have to go through the full process. We got our leftovers over in the Dutch oven. It's more just camp strategy and rest. Gil, family wouldn't happen to have any naval history, would it?
Not really. I mean, I think that they do some work, but other than that, it's not first-hand experience. There's been trips and meetings and things like that, but in terms of any kind of actual hands-on experience, I wouldn't think any. Sorry, no.
No, nothing to be sorry about, just curious. Just a bit curious, that's all. Huh? There was a lot of body parts that we found inside that man scale.
Yes, there was. It is worrisome.
They've been moving them up from this lighthouse. That's a hell of a lot of unaccounted for vessels. It just doesn't seem right.
What I don't understand, or what I'm trying to figure out, is there was... I mean, I don't know if I'll ever forget what I saw in that room. But there was so many. I don't understand how they can get there. I don't... Tribord Trail, from what I've heard, is decently traveled. It's not the most popular, but it's decently traveled. Like, how do they get them there? I'm trying to figure this out. There is so many.
Well, see here, Gale. If we look down on the map, it's what I thought too at first. Who on the right? They would see this caravan of the dead, but they wouldn't have to go that far. You see, it's if that lighthouse is indeed in this area, they're only gonna go 35 miles before they hit tree line. Once they're in tree line, ain't nobody gonna find them in there. You're not going into Neverwinter Woods?
And if they have a god watching their back, then they won't have any trouble dealing with whatever is in the woods.
I don't know.
Well,
they've probably been going over the cover of storms. Probably the worst weather possible. You have a god like that on your side.
It is interesting. You make a good point, Dirakt. My father told me that sometimes the issues with at least the logging rights, there was sudden intense storms at times, and I thought really nothing of it, but that could be a connection. I think now it has to be, right?
If there was ever a poster child for sudden intense storms, it would be that dickhead that wants you to do no God knows what with.
Yeah, but the question I have is, does the lighthouse, is it just the bodies? Is that all that is required, or is there something specific about the lighthouse that makes this an important landmark? Maybe because it's some beacon for sailors? Maybe there is something more to it?
That's the part that I just don't know. That's the part that doesn't make any damn sense.
The lighthouse is to warn sailors, no? It is to show that there is land nearby. So you would think... but if there is... If there is bad enough storms on the ocean, and a current strong enough, wind strong enough, coverage strong enough, they could completely miss the lighthouse. Or they could just be...
What if that's the funnel point? A fresh stream of bodies from merchant vessels that had no ledger to stop in Neverwinter. Then you would never know. These would be massive vessels then. Trade ships going farther northern and south. This makes way more sense.
But how do you stop a god? I mean, we had luck. I don't want to call it luck, but if there is storms and he is creating these storms to push this to destroy these vessels and to have these sailors either die in the water or they are washing up alive and then being taken out. I mean, unless we are standing there guard the entire time, it is tricky to see what we can do.
You're too hung up on us trying to fight him as a god. We're not fighting him as a god. Not anytime soon. But we can fight his disciples, Gale. Gods only have the power that we give them. That means that man is manipulating that kind of force. We can do much good in this world just by eliminating the shitheads that are facilitating a monster like that.
That is true. I'm sorry, my vision is a bit clouded and focused, but you make a good point.
I understand. somebody's spoken to directly like you were, something you're never gonna forget. It's gonna hang out in the back of your mind for the rest of your days. Just don't let it consume you, Gale. Remember,
Direkt.
I'm listening.
If I may, and I don't mean to pry, but I know you're talented and experienced and wise, and I can see all of that, but earlier you made the comments about selling your soul for something and the uniqueness and powers that you possess I've not recognized. I don't mean to pry, but I'm curious what your knowledge or history is of. Have you made dealings with gods for what you have? I ignore. It's not a proper question. I'm sorry. I didn't.
You're fine, Gale. You've seen it already before your eyes. Been on his back. Been a long time since I was raised in a battlefield full of blood. I too have heard the whisperings of a god. Different kind of god. God of second chances. Rebirth. Restoration. And ultimately healing. The Phoenix spoke to me before I could be clutched in the hands of a riverboatman and dragged straight to the nine hells. I had a choice. That choice ultimately was a second shot at life. And I took that. And I was resurrected through the flames on the battlefield that day. Been many years now. Many years. And if I can say there's one deal in this life that I've made that I don't regret, it'd certainly be that one.
Like,
Phoenix redeems, my friend. Phoenix redeems.
I can say that I am happy that is what happened, is that brought both of you to me. Do you know of Tormund? I feel like he spoke of a vision, and he spoke of... But I don't... I worry about the meddling of gods. That's why I've never took to any. They see themselves above us. In a lot of ways they are, sure. But we are just ants to be stepped on, playthings for when they are bored. And I worry that's... What if this is some force that's driving us, for some other reason?
It's certainly one perspective. But I think you should talk to him first. I'm not saying he's a chosen one, 'cause that's a bunch of horse shit. Everybody thinks they are. But I say this much. Somebody up there sees something in him. Whether it's for better or worse. There's a handful that believe in his capabilities. It's my job to get him ready for those. I certainly never thought he'd have that many people in his corner.
Well, you got me. It's not much. And in a lot of ways, I have no fucking idea what I am doing. But, well, I've learned more from you two in the last few days. Felt longer, but I will do my part to try not to slow you down.
Yeah. Shouldn't doubt yourself at this point. Got pissed off and you cleared a whole goddamn field by yourself.
Yeah, if I could figure out how to do that in a controlled setting.
You took a crystal from an old ancient elven well. You know, you bent it to your own will.
Some would say that was stupidity, but I am not to disagree with the outcome. By the way, this is really fucking cool. Do you want to see? I learned a couple things last night. Do you want to see one of them?
Show me.
What is Tormund doing right now?
Just riding Ivan and just obliviously just kind of looking at the landscape.
I honestly didn't think we had audio back, so I was just rolling until like I thought you still had connection issues.
No, I've been sitting here just riding Ivan, just kind of soaking it up as we ride the trail.
Well, we're at the camp. We're still on our old campsite.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We're still on our old campsite. Hey, dude, I was like, we can go for days.
Going. Yeah,
I was like, we can go for days, dude. However long it takes you to get you back, we'll be good. Don't worry.
Dude, I never left. The only thing that left was the video.
Oh, okay.
So I assume he's probably like,
dude,
I'm leftovers or whatever, right? Like kind of prepping stuff.
I'm Bobby Flay in the campfire right now. Literally, I've got shit cooking that you have no idea and want no idea of, and just throwing spices into it.
Yeah. So he's gonna hold the staff in one hand, and then he's gonna like just quickly mutter, and then he's gonna produce a flame, and he's just gonna kind of toss it to the left, like out in the air, and it's just gonna dissipate, right? Now this is something that I've been able to do for a while, but this is new. And he's going to just kind of focus, and he's going to look at the utensil that Tormund is using, and you're
wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon. That's okay. He's going to look at the pot, and he's just going to say, "Tormund, I think you could use a little boost." And he's going to shoot out, and you're going to see this mote of like this little lightning ball just like shoot out, and then zap the pot that's on there, and it's going to get like boil real quick. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I would throw something at you because I was trying to flash fry this. Thank you.
You're welcome. It was planned.
It's okay. He doesn't understand. That's incredible. Most of the time when you conjure lightning, it's too much. It's so strong. You have to just expel it from your body. You saying you could manipulate it in small amounts.
I also feel like I can control the weather a bit. Not a lot, but just subtle influences. But that's not even the coolest part. This is the coolest part. And then he's just gonna like find an opening, and you're just gonna see him like grip it, and then he's just gonna like point somewhere in the distance, and he's going to throw it. And as he throws it, this lightning bolt just erupts as the javelin follows through. And then as the javelin hits the ground in the distance and this lightning ripples from it in the same trajectory, there's like another soft explosion right where it impacted, and it like this little lightning like kind of eruption erupts where it lands. Huh?
Now that is badass.
But wait, there's one more thing. I can make it come back. I'm just kidding. I have to go get it. And then he just starts running over to grab it.
As you're running to go pick up the staff, I want you to roll a saving throw using your spellcasting modifier as your addition.
Very good. 12.
12 is the DC.
Oh, baby.
As you go running for your lightning staff, about halfway through, it flies back into your hands mid-stride.
Catches it. I told you.
Well, we're just learning new things at a rapid advancement. 12 is your DC for that staff to return when you eat it.
Oh, so it's not like when.
Oh, you're all broke up, radio. I can't hear you.
Shit. Yep.
Do you still have your stream up and running?
No, it's all dead. Everything is dead.
Oh, everything is dead? Oh my God.
There's nothing left running on my side.
Brutal, dude. Did you look at your connection? Is it just
Dude, I've got green across the board. It's something between us and you.
Oh man, that sucks. All right, we'll make Oh, it's weird that it's affecting Discord as well. All right, we'll just make the best we got.
So as I'm coming like back to the camp, and then I just like stop for a second. Shit. And then he's just gonna like walk towards Tormund. He's gonna start casting. He's gonna cast prestidigitation on him while he's still working with the food. I got to be better at this.
What? My hands are clean.
They are now. You don't understand, Dirakt, the power you've given me. I'm going to have so much fun with this.
A power that's well overdue. Let's go see what that boy's got cooked up for us, shall we?
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. What do you got, Tormund?
It's just your typical potted meat with some sparrow eggs I might have found up in a tree over it. A little bit of thyme, a little bit of cilantro, and you on top of some bread. Call it a day.
Sounds like a mighty fine meal to me.
Not the best thing I've ever put together, but you know what? It's passable.
I think it's perfect. It will work.
Well, polish this down, get a good night's rest. Rest out of the lighthouse in the morning, see what happens.
Sounds like a plan to me. All right. You two don't stay up all goddamn night like it's a sleepover. As I say, where I'm almost half passed out myself.
Wow, watch it. He'll just slowly drift off.
Ain't no slow about it this time. I'm fucking conked, dude. Straight out.
He does it every time.
I got a
It
little bit
is
of
amazing.
little bit of a sinus whistle, just a little bit. That Morgan Freeman gif.
So you got any of that good stuff?
I don't, but I know Dirakt has. Stashed right over here. Hold on.
I bought enough.
I almost regret using a whole bunch of that to create a trap over there at the old hunting lodge.
Wait, that was the good stuff? I thought you used the shitty stuff.
I needed high proof.
That's depressing.
It
You
was
have to
only
get
so much
more.
we could carry.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta be gotta be choosy about what you get. We got just enough though.
I have not on me, but this reminds me, I will remember this next time we return to Neverwinter. This just gave me a beautiful idea.
So tell me, what was like Neverwinter?
For me or in general?
Just for you. I know that you left to go on this quest for mom and dad, but what was it like growing up in a city like that?
I was there most of my childhood, most of pretty much all of my life. When you're born into a noble house, there is not much of a childhood. You are a baby, and then as soon as you are able to start making decisions for yourself, there are expectations for you, especially with my family. So it was, Isaac, do this, Isaac, go there, Isaac, attend this, go to university, make these friends, attend these gatherings. It was
Fucking parents
It was
dictate what you had to do.
it was scheduled. My Neverwinter experience was scheduled. I oftentimes didn't have time to just go do my own thing. You had to impress people that would come by. It was always a stern talking to. It got worse once they found out I had no family. Well, I didn't practice the family trade or wasn't gifted in it. But it was always, be on your best behavior. Do not step out of line. We need to impress this for some big deal. So it was me and my sisters. I was often at the end of the table, furthest down. And those were the only times that my father spoke highly of me. I was in front of others because, of course, I am the next in line for the family business, as the practice goes. So it was always, Isaac is wonderful and he takes after me and this and that. And a lot of times they would keep things secret, and that was it. And then as soon as they would leave, I was the black sheep of the family.
What? Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What does that feel like to have your dad speak highly of you?
For a time, those were the moments I looked forward to. These dinners, these meetings. I would, sometimes he would have private meetings in his office, and I would just stumble in by accident, but really I would plan it because in those moments I could see and I could hear him say these things about me and how proud he was and how I was a shining example of what it means to be an Underwood and how the business moving forward was going to be in great hands. And I would relish that. So I would look forward to those moments.
Must be nice.
How do you mean?
Never words I ever from my house.
Your father was not kind to you?
What's your definition of kind? He kept me alive, if that counts.
Well, if that is the definition, then my parents were kind to me. But no, I think I am a bit skewed in my perception. But loving, thoughtful, caring, wanting you to succeed, and then embracing and helping you figure out who you are meant to be, not casting you out, ostracizing you.
So that's kind of where Mom came in. Because if you got that from your father, you were way ahead of where I was.
What did your father do?
Well, if you ask him, he's a professional soldier. If you ask me, he's a professional asshole. All we ever heard was, every time he would come home, it was all this bullshit about what he had done and why he should be left alone and leave me to my prayers. Pious bastard. That's why him and Eve wound up the same. She was always his favorite. He looked over Dominus because he was different. His firstborn, his black son. He couldn't take it. I blame him for everything that Dominus did, even though he killed our mother.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's not a story I tell openly. Whole reason I'm out here, so I can track down my brother Dominus, bring him to justice, or at least bring him home. Because of what he did. In a fit of rage, anger against our father, lashed out and killed our mother. Went astray to some god who led him there. I swore these two hands to avenge her, bring him to justice. What does our father do? Oh, he goes off on another campaign for another battle, another war. Leaves me and Dirakt to go train to be adventurers. He's still out there somewhere. I'm gonna find him. Still haven't figured out exactly what I'm gonna do when I find him. Every day, every battle, that definition changes. I don't know if I want to kill him or save him. Kind of guess that's how Dad would have felt. If he was ever around. But that's why I had Mom. She taught me how to forage. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to survive off the land because that's all we had. You had parties. I had multiple day expeditions out into the wastelands to gather herbs so we could have something that tastes good when we cooked at night. That's why I asked. I just wanted to see kind of what life is like on the other side.
I'm sorry to hear about your mother.
I still carry her right here with me every day. Everything I do, she never leaves. It's because she's not in this physical plane. Doesn't mean she doesn't exist. But thank you.
Tormund, it has been an honor to know your mother with every meal that you make.
Well, next time you pick a prayer to say to whatever god you feel like worshiping, her name was Ciara. Ciara Faust.
The next time I pray, it will be to her and thanking her for bestowing the gifts she did to you. Fuck the gods. But that's a woman I could stand behind.
It's a woman that'll put a couple extra pounds on you. Careful, you're going to end up like me.
I hope not. I don't think I can rage out like you. Is Dirakt okay?
He's just having dreams.
Seems kind of like nightmares.
Years of sleep apnea.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't have to like roll him over or something.
Well, it's the gasping you need to worry about.
I think it is interesting to hear your perspective on things.
Yeah. Mine comes from the foot of the castle at Gancaster Citadel. Your comes from the top of the top of the castle at Neverwinter. Yet, somewhere in between, here we are on the Tribord Trail. That's not fate. It's not meant to be. I don't fucking care. Because your friendship has meant more to me than a lot of the other shit that we've experienced so far. So thank you. You taught me more about myself than, well, let's just put it this way. Just as much as old Sleepy over there. Hey.
I think that you two have been more than 95% of the people that I know in Neverwinter. You've been kind and understanding and different. I think different is kind of what I needed. You know, I always told my mother she was the kindest one to me. Although she never stepped in front of my father. But I always told her perhaps things would be better if I had a brother. Because then maybe he would have what is needed and father wouldn't be so sore to me. And although I don't think that this is tracked as I wanted it to, they're the fucking closest thing I've had to a brother in my entire life. Tormund. And it's only been a few days, but damn it if... Well, I'll go fucking fight a dragon with you. Probably die. I'll definitely shit myself. But... I think the thing that's interesting about nobility and money and wealth and privilege is that everybody has an agenda, everybody has a game, everybody has an angle. And what's refreshing about this is that you are just people. And you are doing what you can in a shit situation, in a shit world. And it is this refreshing change of pace. Because I can't imagine going back to that. Parties are nothing to be clamored about. They have their fun at times, sure, but... Well, foraging and mushrooms with my family would be great. And that is its own kind of party.
Tormund throws a hand up on Gale's shoulder. Well, if it helps, you're the closest I've ever had to a brother as well. So, let's do this shit together. Not for anyone else, but for ourselves.
I think I could get behind that. By the way, do I need to take this off before I sleep? It's kind of uncomfortable, and frankly, it's kind of, my back hurts a little bit. The donkey is a little bit more. I had a steed that was remarkable and wonderful, and I think I might have scared it away in my fits.
Tormund just hands him a glass. You're definitely not drunk enough. Just tip up. There you go. You finish that? If you can still see, then we'll talk. If not, it's a good time to go to bed. Considering the old man is gonna be up probably before both of us. And he'll hold it over both our heads.
Should anyone keep like an eye out? I heard that is what you do.
It's a dragonborn thing. we're creating the racial trait of just passing out mid conversation.
Tormund, Tormund. All right. Well, I guess I will try to go to sleep. Grabs in the sack.
I didn't realize that really Tormund's quest was just a GCX fucking Sonic experience of our hotel room.
Been to one too many conventions in that situation.
Oh, dude. That's when you turn the shower on and sleep on the ground in there because it's quieter.
Yeah. Shower's been running all night. I know. It's been amazing.
I didn't have to pay for the water bill here. It's great.
So he'll just kind of lay there for a while and like look up at the sky and just kind of try and keep watch, and then probably would just pass out eventually.
As sleep slowly takes hold, you fade in to finally a very well-deserved long rest.
God.
You can mark that on your sheet now.
Hello, hit points. Though you be few, you are many.
You are still what saves me. I forgot to do it for my last one as well. No, I'm topped. Bonus scene. Tormund? Gale, you do not see this. You were in the audience's perspective. You can see the swath of a massive battlefield. The kind where the layers of bodies are so thick, it's hard to find open patches of ground. Think Gettysburg, but larger. At this point, you can see a well armored black dragonborn making their way through quite acrobatically through this field of death. Large plate armor, massive pole arm, as they're running across, you can see one massive swing from that pole arm that just completely downs another dragonborn across from them. It's blurry, but you can make out polished golden armor and golden scales. And there's a second swing. And then it stops. And it looks down, and there's just a blade. Long broadsword. As Dirakt wakes up from his sleep. He steadies his breathing. Goes back to bed. Go ahead and mark your sheets. Long rest.
Let's go. All the juice back in the squeeze now, baby. Let's go. The oranges around here.
All right. I'm going to let you guys roll against the almighty early riser.
Ooh, what are we rolling on?
Can you beat him to coffee?
What are we rolling? Dex, Constitution, Wisdom, Intellect, Charisma?
This is a good question.
Because we weren't drinking last night, so Constitution would be fitting.
All right. First, you need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
First. Oh, mother of God. Shit. That's going to be a 17.
17?
14.
14. All right. DC was just a 10. If you're lower than a 10, you're going to have to roll with disadvantage. So, we're actually going to set this. This is going to be a complete independent competition of his old man strength.
Oh, strength. Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
It's old man strength. It's not on a D&D sheet. It's a straight roll.
Don't fucking diss old man strength, because that's the shit they get you every time.
This is hard peckers, black coffee, and awake at 4 a.m. Okay, this is a straight D20 roll, and
Okay.
the DC is an 18.
I got my straight DC 18. Goddamn. All right. Here's my
Have
birthday
you
dice.
ever tried to beat your old man awake? It's impossible.
Yeah, I do it all the time. But this time it's not going to work. I'm a 4. Fuck.
Not in my house. Not in my house.
Strength check?
No, this isn't strength. It's a straight
straight
roll.
roll. Oh, yeah.
Straight roll.
15.
No. Boys aren't going to be able to make it. Dirakt once again is up.
Damn it.
with coffee. It's the real raid boss.
Someday. No.
I believe I've served Dirakt coffee once in the 18 weeks of this campaign.
I can't remember what we had roll. I think I had you roll your survival or some shit where you're like,
This is fucking +9 or something like that.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and quail bakey.
I'm up. Can I get some coffee, please?
Coffee's over on the fire as it always is, Gail. This is a self-serve buffet.
Dirakt, tell me honestly, what time do you wake up to actually have the fucking coffee ready by the time I wake up?
You see is, I never really actually get to sleep.
That's a fucking lie, because last night we were having a great conversation and you were sawing logs like you were way up north, my friend.
It is true. It was a symphony of snores and grunts and a little bit of whining, I think. I don't know.
Huh? If you consider that sleep, then call me Rip Van Crinkle.
All right, Rip. Did you put that barrel-aged coffee in there, or are we just drinking your straight trail bullshit?
Foreman, if there's one thing you know, I like to smoke 'em if I got 'em. I'm not much on the conservation.
Tormund tall pours his cup and
Oh, dude, it's strong this morning. It's
and you know what? He's not even gonna sip it after putting his nose at it. He's just gonna hand it over to Gale.
I've got the
Get
cup
some.
already. Thanks.
it pours more like a stout than coffee.
Ooh.
Oh God, I would kill for that right now. Oh,
I'm like drinking some and I'm like trying to be like cool, but it's like pretty. So I'm just like,
Oh.
Gail. Now I don't want to be too forward. We've been friends for a minute, but I can't help but think you're a man who likes cream in his coffee.
is there something wrong with that? That is the normal way to drink it.
Certainly not from Glancaster, is he, Tormund?
Not having coffee or creamer in your coffee, that's for the
That's a luxury, my friend.
yeah, no, this is fine.
What were you gonna say there, Gail? Is it something for the less civilized, economically challenged? Is it?
I'm trying to see if I actually have milk in my fucking bread basket. I know I have butter and bread, but I don't think I have milk.
Butter coffee, man. Butter coffee. Joe, make him a big old batch of Joe Rogan. Go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that to poor fucking.
Give me
poor
a
fucking Emery.
croissant.
So,
Hey, there's actually a fucking there's a damn good chance there is a croissant in there.
so fucking Tormund's gonna reach into his basket, his Shanti basket, take his hand axe and carve off one piece of butter.
As you do that,
He's gonna hand the
visitation.
while you clean my hands, I'm gonna hand you the croissant and take my hand axe and flick the butter pad into your fucking coffee.
It's beautiful.
Wait for it.
It's better.
There you go. There you go.
Direct just shakes
It's
his
still
head.
strong.
You're be as fat as that, boy. You drinking that butter coffee every morning.
Is that such a bad thing? As he sits there and rubs his pudgy belly.
I think the scales hold better than I would, but you're fine.
It's all right. We'll thicken you up. By the time we make you back to Neverwinter, we're going to find you a wife or at least a girlfriend for the night.
Sure.
Well, if you want to go the other direction, I'm sure we can take care of that as well. All right, fine then. Be that way. Eat your croissant, drink your coffee. We still got a long trail to climb.
Right. We should stay focused.
Tormund! Tormund! Come here, look at this map. I think I found something.
Oh, what'd you dig up there, old man?
Look over here. This, not there. Here, move a little. You got to go a little bit further up.
How far up? I mean, I got my claw
No.
dragon bear. Whoa.
Right there. You see. I think I finally found your home. The first natural resource that actually looks like your decrepit asshole. I think I finally found it. I think I found Tormund Faust Mountain.
So you found the shit mountain north of the Neverwinter woods? I'm sure Neverwinter is shivering in caca.
Well, I've been thinking about it. If this is Chocolate Starfish Mountain.
Where's the hot dog flavored water? Is it coming out of the Neverwinter wood?
No, it's actually more intelligent than what you think, Tormund. If you scroll down just a little bit on this map, you'll see it does. Shit does indeed roll downhill. If you might actually be the source of all of our problems, if you look close enough, you see.
You know what? I'm looking at this map, and all I can think is that you're an asshole.
This is true, but the good news I have for you is that we're easily going to be able to make it to the lighthouse by nightfall. That's the important news.
Sure didn't want to stop by the Golden Toe gold mine to see if, maybe someone we know is hanging out over there?
I hope there's no one in that goddamn mine. And if there is anything, it's probably another one of those damn worms. I'm certainly not going back in there without a contract for a damn worm.
I just hope old Don John Raskin's all right.
Don John will be fine, I promise you. Don John will be fine. That old stubborn son of a bitch.
I know, he's gonna live forever. Blah, 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 blah. All the shit you old guys say.
No, I'm just glad you got a young Zoomer you can run around with finally.
Just the fact that you use the term Zoomer, it dates you so much.
I'm sure you guys talked about, how hard your daddies were on you while I slept. Yeah. Welcome back to reality, boys. I'm not your daddy, I'm worse. I'm your Dirakt. Get your asses up. We got a lighthouse to get to.
All right, fine then. Hopefully you can conjure it up into one of those fire phoenixes, or you're going to be riding on the back of
Don't you
Gale's
worry.
donkey.
I'll be fine. You make sure the Gale wipes your ass, boy. Woo! As I light that phoenix up from the fire and take back up into the air.
And I watch that. Then I look over at the donkey. It is okay, Chester. We will be fine together.
Hey,
I don't know what your name is.
I don't think we ever gave it a name. So Chester.
No, it's been the donkey. The
been
name.
the donkey, yeah. Surprisingly, I didn't give it my buddy's donkey name, Hank. But you know, once you've seen Fifth Leg Hank, there.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna stop on that one right there.
There's a picture of our barbecue fest team because we brought him to our local barbecue fest, in his trough there in his morning. It's the most glorious sign ever.
Y'all ain't say nothing, say you seen a 4 foot long donkey dong.
Hank was having a good morning. Hank was having
That's some Cape's best right there.
you know when Hank is still raging, when you're putting the ribs on, you got a winning combination.
Oh, stop it, please, no.
So, over the course of the day, you guys are able to make it down the trail. By the way, we haven't ate beans. You're Gale. This is the luckiest first maiden voyage. We've all foraged for all this. We haven't done spam and beans like we normally do. I guess we felt like we needed to, we needed to put on for our guest.
Oh, of course, the presence and nobility is in front of you.
Oh, so true.
As he rides his ass. Down the track.
Break glass.
I was a highwayman.
On the coast roads I did ride.
Lightning javelin by my side.
About halfway through this trip, where it normally diverts in another southeastern road down to Phandalin, over at these crossroads, you can see from afar a very eccentric stagecoach. It has all the markings of purple, crimson red, gilded gold edges. It just screams entertainer. But what's very noticeable out in front is the particular beast that's pulling this wagon. Straight up giant saber-toothed cat. And as you look at it, it's like it has the mane of a lion with the stripes of a tiger. But a almost frost white, like silver coat to it. You guys see this in the distance as I'm using the restroom. You guys can banter real quick while I go.
Hey, Gal, you ever seen such a thing in Neverwinter?
Oh, this stagecoach that is approaching us.
No, I mean, it's not just a stagecoach. I mean, look at the whole package. That's somebody who wants to make their presence known.
Of course.
Stagecoach with some sort of saber-toothed cat running around the front of it?
It is definitely a statement, if this is a person that I assume has money, or at least is very deceptive in the means, they are definitely grabbing at attention. We would have, sometimes parties would have very eccentric, unique acts, talents, things that would come in to entertain the nobles. And, we would be able to you know, see exotic creatures, eat exotic food, see some show from some far-off performer. You know, it just kind of depends. Typically, something like this would be more along the lines of someone who gets around and makes coin. However, I have seen many a swindler in my day as well, attempting one thing only to make an ass of themselves. Oh, sorry, Chester. But to make an ass of themselves to try to do one over on some that he thinks would be a little bit more dim-witted. But I assure you, although there are many stupid people with money, there is a lot of smart people too.
I got a feeling the smart people are the ones that are driving this. We'll see.
Maybe. What about you? Are you familiar with this?
Only time we saw such pomp and circumstances when we had the fucking puppet parade come down to Gadcatcher Citadel. They looked to take a couple of coins from you, entertain you for half an hour, and then move on to the next part of town.
Well, I am curious nonetheless if they will stop or whether they will keep writing, but...
Going at a Fandolin? They'll stop out of courtesy. Guarantee you. Between here and wherever they're headed, they're gonna make a beeline for Neverwinter. Unless they've already been there.
And as you see, as this coach approaches even closer, it's got almost a kind of a P.T. Barnum feel to it. As you look, it's extravagant, but you can tell that it's well worn. And this just massive, majestic, liger-like beast. It's not a normal beast of burden by any means. You look down, it appears that even the spokes on these old wagon wheels look like old repurposed flutes. Kind of hums like a wind chime as it creeps past. You try to look in just to see in the windows. Curtains pulled tight. And
On
that
a
cart,
different day, I would want to stop and ask, but we have places to be, no?
I mean, we are crossing them on the trail. Just be good manners to say hello. Right, Dirakt?
that is some goofy ass shit. Be my guest, Tormund.
Hello there!
As you yell out, you can look up. You can see it's actually it's a bugbear, but it's on the smaller side. That's actually up on top of the coach. You don't know what that means. And that cat still keeps slow pulling this majestic cart.
Oh, what means from a bugbear, do you?
No idea.
All right, just sure we're clear on that. Pause a second. Trying to, at this point, who the fuck does he talk to? He's just gonna shout out again. I said hello there!
Get the same style of response, and that cart keeps trucking. But radio is frozen solid.
I'm only frozen in your mind.
He's back!
I don't think it is worth it, Tormund.
But out of Phandalin, they may have news for us. Fine, we'll try one more time.
Hail there! What news from Phandalin?
And this time you're shouting as that cart has now passed significantly, about 30 feet away. Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Great. Okay. Persuasion. What's my persuasion? It's a -1. This should be interesting. Well, that is going to be a 3.
Not a persuasion. Not a persuasion. I'm gonna change that. Just do a general charisma check.
Charisma.
Mhm.
All right. Charisma. Save. Still 3.
Still 3. Yeah, that wagon just keeps rolling on through. Does not stop for you.
Torm's gonna look around. Look a bit Dirakt. The fuck am I doing wrong?
I don't know, maybe they just didn't want to talk to you.
Not everybody as welcoming as I am. Some people just want to be left to their business.
Some people want to die on the Tribord Trail too, but these guys don't look suicidal.
Save that for the lighthouse.
As you guys pass up this rather interesting patron, I will let you know that if you would have hailed them, your items would have been upgraded by 1 alphabetical.
I don't want to know. Honestly, I don't want to know.
I would rather have not known.
Yeah. Next time you leave that shit stay for a spell. You just let's make this little box right here, and we're gonna take that information. We're gonna put that in the box. We're gonna put a lock on it, and we're gonna take that box. We're gonna throw it in the fucking ocean.
I cast lightning bolt. No.
Yeah, I should have waited, but it was too much fun.
You
Beautiful DM who loves us dearly. I'm sure there was nothing important in that at all. It was probably just some scam artist. It is fine. Probably going into Phandalin. I'm sure 100% that we will run into them later. And in Phandalin. It will be fine.
I want to talk to those motherfuckers. I want to know what's coming out of Phandalin. Wherever
we can turn around. But I think we have more pressing matters to attend to.
Fine. To hell with them. Let's head to the coast.
If he wasn't
Care what
such a
the
sour,
master was doing anyways.
if he wasn't such a sourpuss about it, he could have rolled too.
Who, me? Gail's like, okay, this is just some entertainer.
I love it. I love it. It's exactly what Gail would do. It's like, fuck
He's
them.
like, yeah, like once you said, oh, it's worn down and stuff, it's like, oh, okay, this isn't a high class entertainer. This is just some. I don't give a shit. Like whatever. Dime a dozen. You're not even a weekend party. You're a Tuesday party, buddy. All right?
Oh, the Tuesday party.
It's amazing. Over the course of the afternoon, you guys are finally able to make it to the coastline. As you can hear the waves hitting rock after rock. The sounds of the ocean. Well, here we are, middle of nowhere. You look out towards the horizon. It's that large, singular lighthouse. Light shining out into the distance. As their light begins to fade, you can see it's almost an eerily green. This is our Huckleberry.
What is the plan?
Creep in, figure out what the fuck the bad guy is, move on.
Well, I can do my best.
I mean, I'm simplifying it. You realize that, right?
Of course.
Good. Sure. Still, it's as quiet as we can to not draw extra attention to us. There's one thing I learned banging around the forest. Sometimes it's not the loot you need to chase, but the end goal.
Yeah, we didn't get all that, Tormund, but we got a little bit of it.
Quiet. Best approach. I think is very wise indeed. I think it would be good to learn what they're doing. We still don't really have an idea outside of some transmutative properties of turning creatures in chaos. There is still much that we don't understand about this. It would be good if we could sneak and be able to lie in wait and watch for a bit, I would think. Though I'm not sure if possible.
It's not a bad idea at all. Little bit of recon to start the night wouldn't hurt.
Information is a powerful thing.
That it is. That it is. Let's take a stand here. Let's move on up to this ridge line, coast to the coast here. See if we can't sit back. Take things in for just a little bit. Going?
I think that this is a wise idea. As I look out, does it seem stormy here, or does it seem fine? Does it seem clear?
At the moment, absolutely clear.
Cool.
Doesn't seem out of place at all. So we're going to leave the horses back behind before we hit the rocky part of the beach. Kind of huddle up our backs to our backs, still looking up at this long passageway that seems to lead up. It's almost like a levee that takes us all the way over. In fact, actually it is. It's 100% a levee that takes us all the way over. This is a small lighthouse. Still green, eerie light shining. As it goes towards sundown, go ahead and roll an investigation check. You can do so on the levee that leads up towards the lighthouse. You can do it actually on the front of the lighthouse proper, or you can do it at the very top. You guys choose which piece that you would like each.
I'm gonna go on the levee.
Hey, thanks for the item A.
I don't. Is there a map? I don't see a map. Just as an
Nope,
FYI.
you do not.
Oh,
Okay, perfect.
Nat on the levee. Let's go.
Natural 20.
All right, what are you looking at, Gil?
I will look at the. What was the other two options? He's checking out the levee.
You can check out the front of the building or the very top.
I would be immediately drawn to the top for sure.
Carry the crew.
Ooh. 22.
22. You look up to the top of the building, you can see that every now and then that cycle of like green ethereal light pouring from the top cast out into the sea. You can also see a massive lightning rod that leads up into the sky. Not directly on top of the tallest point, but equal in its height. There's a couple other contraptions up there that you just don't quite understand. Could be meteorological devices, but they're large, they're bulky, and they don't quite make sense to you. They're things that you haven't seen before.
Okay.
Tormund, you were looking at the levee, correct?
Yeah.
At first, as you watch this levee, it's pretty well untouched. It seems normal in almost every way. But then, out of the very, very front corner chambers, see something disturbs you. And you look at it. Looks like long robes. Tattered. Ripped apart. But floating. And you can just see it in your dim vision. You go ahead and strap on your night vision goggles, try to get a better look.
Gotta love that dark vision.
All right. As you stare out, and I'm doing this just for a zoom in purpose.
Oh, wow.
You see an entity that is wrapped in chains, bound with lightning around it. What looks like a small light down by its side. As it continues to float in front and then tuck back inside. If you guys looking at either one of those, Dirakt will look up at the front of the building. See up there. Let's look to the left. Outcropping there. He spots what looks like 4 harpies. Just what in the God's hell are they doing with harpies on the outside of this lighthouse? This is bad news all written all over it.
Probably the same reason they've got fucking lightning ghosts floating around look in front of us.
There is also some sort of mechanism on the top. I think it is probably a way to amplify the storm, perhaps as similar to what I set up on the bridge. There is some sort of large metallic structure, rods, there's some other things, but I can't quite make it out. Is it just me, or do lighthouses normally show green light? I'm not sure.
I'm with you. That light does not seem natural in any stretch of the imagination, Gale.
That's what I thought.
Great. So we got a lighthouse taken over by completely demonic beasts, owned by Talos, with harpies on top of it, and a weird-ass light bringing people in to die.
Sounds like situation normal, eh?
So as long as we've been in this realm, Dirakt, fucking yes.
This is normal? Great.
Roll another perception check.
Four.
This one's not going to be as effective. It's only going to be an 11.
Oh God, you guys are holding on to our direct prayer. Mine's a 5.
Everything's fine.
Hey, everything's fine when you don't see anything.
You just keep staring ahead. What would you guys like to do?
Seems to me there's only one way in and one way out of this lighthouse. The only problem is how many fucking bad guys I'm going to encounter between here and there with no fucking cover.
We could swim.
Hey, come on. We're facing a lightning god, and you want to jump in the water. It doesn't take a barbarian to know that doesn't make a lot of sense, Gale.
What if we're gonna have to come up with a plan to get over there one way or another? And I'm not too keen on swimming in the dark.
Well, then, Dirakt, we've got one road. So get behind me and strap the fuck in.
Right.
Gale? You coming?
You got it. It's fine. Yes, I'm coming. I wouldn't have come all the way here. I'll be in the back. Maybe we should try to be stealthy first. I know you get excited, Tormund.
We're gonna creep along this as long as we can. But if I see something, I'm gonna rip it to shreds. Now, fall in line and let's move forward. All right.
All right.
Sounds like
You
we got a
guys-
plan.
You guys know the drill.
All right.
Once you set your token down, that is the position that it is in.
Well, considering I can't see anything, you're going to have to measure out 30 feet and then drop me there.
But you can't see anything on your map.
No, it is a giant black map for me.
I can see it.
You can see your character?
I can see the map in my character.
Can you see anything now? Radio.
Negatory.
Bottom
I got
right.
Nah, it zoomed out all the way. And I'm refreshing just for signals. Literally everything I've been going off of has been from the fucking stream map. Oh, I finally got me. There we go. We got. Yay! All right.
we just want to hit every technical issue over on your side tonight that we can possibly hit.
Appreciate it.
Good.
You know, everything gets a reboot tonight.
Dude,
It's
we haven't seen your connection this bad in like a year. It's crazy, man.
It's amazing, and I can see it thing. But the funny thing is, I can't speed test it happening. Discord will drop dead. Video will go to shit. I'll still speed test 120 up, or excuse me, 120 down and 15 up.
Wow. It's just
Woosah.
Woosah is fucking right.
All right, here we go. I'm making my way to the top of this jetty as stealthily as I can.
All right, go ahead and roll. Give me that stealth check.
I will follow. I will be following him.
That's going to be a 16.
I'll go ahead and roll Direct Stealth. Gail?
It's 13.
By the way, I need you to tilt your camera down just a tad bit.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. Oh, mine was 8. Creep forward along this levee. I need everyone to roll a perception check.
13.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, good job.
For 22.
All right. Gail, you look back over towards the beach. You turn around, kind of the person in the middle of the pack here. You look back and you can see a giant crab on the beach. And you'll be damned if it doesn't look like it's waving both of its claws, trying to get your attention.
Tormund.
What?
Do you see the fucking crab back there? Waving at us? Right over there.
What fucking crab?
Over there on the beach to the left behind us.
Oh, all right. Do you want to go see what it fucking wants?
I just thought this was relevant to know. Do you see the crab or not? Am I going fucking crazy? Dirakt, do you see the crab?
Now that you've garnered our attention all over it, I look back over. There's a huge fucking crab.
That's what I'm saying. It's like flagging us down.
It hasn't stopped waving its hands since we started looking at it.
Fine. Let's go see what the fucking crab has to say. Can't wait for him to talk to a fucking crab.
No need to get crabby about it.
Hey, you're not punny.
I'm nervous.
I can tell. Here we go. Go talk to a fucking crab, are we?
Hey, guess what? Gale, you're in charge of talking to the fucking crab. Now I'm following you. Go.
Right. If it tries to kill me, kill it first.
All right.
Got it.
You're out in front now, going along the main beach line. I need everybody as we disembark to roll another stealth check.
That's 18.
Hey.
18? Jinx.
Shit.
Oh, that's a 2. I'm going to go ahead and use that 12. I'm going to use that big bad boy inspiration so I don't get sucked into the ocean. Come on, baby. Roll hot.
I'm nervous.
Let's go. That's a 10. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm most
you.
afraid to ask what the DC was.
As you make your way down, you can see indeed this crab is waving you down.
kind of like walk slowly towards it, kind of defensive. Can you understand me?
That crab begins getting as close to you as possible.
I don't want to use a spell, but I might. And I'm going to cast Detect Magic. And I want to see if this is a magical thing in front of me or if this is just a crab.
All right. Does it make you, the properties on Detect Magic, does it make you roll anything?
No, for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Oh, 100%. It stinks of magic worse than Tormund's drawers stink of actual stink.
I know the school of magic as well.
I'm not real big on remembering the schools of magic. I can't remember to tell you which one it is, but you definitely know that this crab has been bestowed an extra level of intelligence.
Okay, so it's a smart crab. Cool. Hello, my friends. We come in peace.
I want you to roll a persuasion check.
Don't fuck this up. Wah, wah, wah. I just did. Persuasion.
Inspiration.
Man, my persuasion's so good, but I'm going to because I feel like I want to know what this crab has to say. Not very helpful. 13.
13.
Blink, 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 blink.
As you do, both of its pincers reach up and latch onto your shoulder blades and pull you down close towards its mouth. And it's offsetting at first because it looks like you're literally seconds away from being nibbled on by a crustacean.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna have to get closer. I don't have much of a voice.
Right.
Hey.
Hello.
Well met, traveler.
You
I can
too.
understand this is probably a situation you've never been in before.
No. I would say that this is a first, but I've had many of those recently.
That's good. Your preface for the wild side. I'll make a long story short. My old master. You've probably seen him up by the gate. His name was Myra. He was a good man. He gave me the ability to speak with you now. Unfortunately, most people don't want to speak with a crab. That place you're about to walk into, it's all wrong. There's nothing nature about it. want to make you a deal. You see, I can't just go back to the ocean with knowing he's stuck up here. If you free him, set his soul free, I'll go down there to that pile of shipwrecks. I'll fetch out every shiny I can find. And there's a stack of them. Let me tell ya.
And what is your name?
Sebastian. What? What's so funny? What's the dragon boy laughing about?
Nothing.
Sorry.
Do you know how to free your master? He is the one that is...
If I knew how to free my master, I wouldn't be over here waving my hands to whoever came by.
Fair enough. Is there anything you can tell me about what is ahead? Tell us, so that we can be better prepared. I will do this for you. Or try.
It's gonna rage like hell. It'll be clear as night. And then the storms are gonna move in. They've sometimes washed me 2-3 miles out before I've had to walk back. Slow rolling on the bottom of the ocean. I've come back 6 times. 6 times I failed. I don't know how to free my master. These storms, they're not natural. He was just a sea elf. Wasn't his fault. He gave me this gift, though. It's a blessing and a curse. I can never go back to being the person I was. So I sit here with the guilt. Still not smart enough to know how to save my friend.
Well, the good thing is at least for us, I think I can handle the storm.
Good luck on that. Also, see up there, them harpies. The harpies on the side. The minute you do anything here, they're gonna let the whole place know. They squawk all night.
I appreciate the insight. We will do what we can for your...
Just, if you go in there, try to save my friend.
Sure.
You.
try and save everyone.
Sebastian kind of burrows down into the sand just enough to where his eyes can look up and watch.
Then I'll like turn and usher the others, and we'll kind of move back to where we were beforehand. And after like 10 or 15 feet away, I'm just gonna be like, I just talked to a fucking crab. What is my life?
We just got an incredible pile of intelligence from that crab. This is either the best damn trap I've ever heard, or the greatest stroke of luck we've ever received.
Would have thought we got it from a crab named Sebastian. I mean, it's not like we had to go under the sea to get it.
It's true.
I don't blame him though. He just wants to be up where they walk, up where they talk.
Once you get a taste, I'm sure it's hard to go back. Let alone when he's left with this burden. A creature given a gift of intelligence by magic.
So an old sea elf named Myriel was more than likely what I saw on patrol.
It appears so.
Gotta turn him
To break the chains.
and deal with the harpies. Son of a bitch. I got a couple ideas on what to do, and none of them fare very well for me at this point. I see it as two ways. I can fly with these magic boots up to the top and do as much damage as I can to those harpies before one of them finally kills me, while you guys work down here. Or Gale, you need to do what you did to the trees, to those harpies on the top of that roof, while Dirakt and I try and deal with Myriel. How do you feel like going at this? Unless you got a better idea.
I am willing to do what is required of me. I am not the tactician here.
Well, my own personal preference, as much as I like flying in these boots, dying on some fucking tower to godless harpies and falling to the floor, just doesn't sound like a good time to me. Although, channeling the storm will come with its own risks. I think if you can fry those sons of bitches with lightning, while Dirakt and I rush up the middle and find Myriel, probably gonna be our best play.
We could use the mechanisms already in place on the tower. Perhaps amplify my magic a bit. Try and call my own storm. And if, well, the true storm comes, then I'll just have to steal some of that for myself.
Now you're starting to sound like an adventurer, my friend.
All right. If this is your game plan, we're going to set it into motion. All right. Bypassing Myriel. You guys are going to split up Tormund is going to fly up. I need you to make a stealth check, Tormund.
Wait, did we agree that I was going to fly up, or was he going to fry him on the roof?
Oh, okay.
Dirakt and I.
I'm sorry. You're going to fry them via the roof.
Are the harpies on the lighthouse, or are they like on an embankment near the lighthouse? Like there's
second floor balcony lightning rod. So yes, it is possible for you to hit them. There will be a DC on the lightning rod for you to split it off into 3.
Oh shit.
sure.
All right.
So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna drag and drop this sucker. There are 3 harpies in this location.
So I guess I'm up.
If you're gonna be the first.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got to channel the storm, so Dirakt and I can rush in the middle.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm so nervous.
All right, from where you're at, it is 160 feet as the crow flies to hit that lightning rod.
Oh boy. I think I need to get closer. Yeah, I want to see if I can get as close as possible stealthily, like, so I give myself the best chance.
All right.
And then
You're gonna leave it to the Vanguard, huh?
And then if I can get where I think I can reach in range, then yeah, he's going to kind of raise the spear, or the spear, sorry, not the spear, the spear up in the air, and he's just going to close his eyes, and he's just going to meditate for a second, and he's going to will a storm above him, and he's going to think of the stories that he was told as a child that were to scare you, of sailors being tossed away at sea and lost to these vicious storms, and thinking about every single body and in person, and the brutality that he witnessed in the manse. And he's just going to start channeling that frustration and that sense of anger and loss at that, and then you're just going to see his eyes flare up, and he's just basically going to call this like lightning down, and then he's just going to throw this javelin straight at him.
Okay, are you throwing the javelin at the lightning rod?
I'm trying to utilize the storm to draw the lightning to the rod, and then basically create this like kind of arc reactor like situation where like as I'm shooting lightning in the storms above, it's all conversing into one like large lightning storm. And I'm trying to basically send out this wave of just straight electrical firepower.
All right. For that, you're gonna have to be closer than where you're at. Really, your only options right now are casting a lightning spell on the rod or throwing your javelin.
Okay, then yeah, screw it. I'll cast a lightning bolt.
Or you
just
could
as a spell.
you can do call lightning or lightning bolt up at that lightning rod.
Yeah, for sure. I'll just do lightning bolt at the rod.
All right.
So it's supposed to make a dex save.
What's the dex save on a lightning rod? 1?
Got 3.
Love it.
All right. As you begin casting lightning bolt, conjuring up your strength, electricity flowing through your fingertips. As you focus, it emits and goes out and strikes this lightning rod. Tormund. You and Dirakt both move forward as we see this massive floating chained electrified ghost begin to move up and out of the doorway in front of us, hanging with its lantern. We can see it actually glow a little bit extra strong as that lightning hits the lightning rod. It begins to bounce off. When we pick up next week, Gale, you're gonna have to roll to split that bad boy.
Oh man! We've lost our quarter lightning damage that we got from Gale back at the lodge too.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Oh shit! Oh no!
I do.
You know, I could have flown up there, but I think we'd have been fucked either way.
Better to hit him at range first and make him come to you.
Sorry,
Maybe.
guys, I didn't want to do a cliffhanger either, but not on the very intro part. But we ain't got time for what we're about to get into.
Yeah.
So,
No, I was wondering. I'm like, man, it's 12:20. I wonder if we're gonna keep rolling on this or not. Like, I'm like, woo, we're in for the ride.
I think, what was it, a year ago when we were doing our Coachella broadcast, we went till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning Pacific time.
oh God.
That still holds the record as the longest D&D session ever, is that battle with Yancy Ben.
Yeah, Yancy. Well, we had death and all sorts of stakes going on in that one, man.
I don't know, there's death on the line here too. We got a damn lightning god and its acolyte that's just possibly gotten more powerful and is gonna spread that shit onto us.
So the fucking crab is actually written into this, and I bust up laughing when I read it today.
The crab?
There's a fucking crab that just does that. That's wrote in there, and I'm like, this is too dumb and too hilarious not to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna give it Marge Shot's voice, and if they see it, they see it.
I was like,
lo and behold, the Nat 20 sees it.
yeah, I was just like,
I was gonna make it high, but I was like, fucking got a nat 20. We're sending the crab.
Hashtag we're sending the crab.
Hey, and now if things go successful, we might get some really good shit out of it.
No,
All the shinies from the deep.
I got you the shinies from the bottom.
Yeah.
poor fucking crab, dude. It's been sitting up, just keeps getting washed out to the ocean over and over again, trying to just free its master, man.
Poor guy.
Oh.
For him. But also, I'm like, I'm talking to a crab. So it's
Ew.
like, is
Crab got feelings too, bro. Come on.
this-
Speaker of crabs.
yeah.
Gale Everstorm, speaker of crabs.
And of course,
Controller of the chaos, speaker of crabs.
Radio can stream the rest of the night, and there will be 0 issues between me and him on the pipeline. It'll be
0
crystal
frames
clear.
dropped.
Hey,
That's all right. I'm rebooting all my shit, all my routers, all my modems. Everything is getting completely wiped tonight. Even the computer's getting restarted. I'm not taking any risks for fucking tomorrow night.
I am the crab whisperer.
I'm just glad the crab whisperer was here. That would have been rough, me talking to the machine. You would have made me talk to myself for a while there.
Hey, it's not the first time. It won't be the last.
Yeah, truth.
Under the sea.
I'm just under the sea. Dude, they didn't name the damn crab either. So I'm like, no, fuck it. If we're going to have a crab that's going to be hokey, we're calling it Sebastian.
I was
Dude,
trying to stay there, but I lost it. I was just like,
dude, I couldn't help it. I wanted to make an under the sea joke so bad when I heard Sebastian.
When
he
it's
just wants to be up where they walk.
the dog.
Each little snail did not how to whale yeah under the sea.
Perfect. It's what it needed. When you get that, when you go that way, you got to, man. Good
Man.
shit.
Happiness to the next level.
I don't want to wait another week.
No.
You're gonna have to find out what happens next week on Save by the Spell. Tormund's Quest. Ooh, feels good to go 2 for 2.
Yeah,
By the way, we haven't forgot about your items, guys. Those items are going to get revealed next week. Biggins.
Still pissed I couldn't hail that carriage. Dude, what did I need to do? Whip my Dragonborn junk out and wave it at the tiger?
You didn't know what they said, so you just you just didn't communicate with the bugbear.
Gil's not going to try and stop that cart.
It looks piddly and disgusting. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah. Gale's still Gale.
He's Gale.
So, it's like
Gale. He's got his privilege. He knows where he came from. He doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
I felt like an ass when I was like, what do you mean you don't put cream in your coffee? People who don't put cream in their coffee are...
Ooh, speaking of,
so good.
How was your first experience with butter coffee?
Well, kind of want to try it IRL.
Tomorrow morning, take a pat of butter, drop it in your coffee, mix it all around. It's going to be a little oily. Drink that shit. Tell me what you think in the morning.
Really? Do you drink it black or do you add anything else?
Dude, fucking black. That's what butter coffee is supposed to do. It supplements the cream.
I will try that.
Because it is cream.
Yeah.
I mean, it's straight up fat, and it's going to taste that way. But you know, those of us who have needed cream in our coffee and supplemented have understood that taste.
Also, I just want to say to chat specifically, one, thank you for all of the rolls and stuff like that. Like you guys continuously are. I'm so excited because apparently you gave me some super OP cool thing later on that's going to be dope, I'm sure. But also I saw a lot of like messages and stuff like that. Like I'm super thrilled to be continuing on, and you guys have shown a bunch of love and I really appreciate it. And I'm just really excited to kind of see and continue to build this narrative with two good buddies. You know, it's pretty crazy. So
Gail's got a lot of story to tell, man. Gail's got a lot of story to tell. You even got some out of Dirakt today, man. Ask some of the right questions. You got a flashback scene and prodded a little bit. I was proud.
I was like, trepidation. Don't ask too much. Don't, but also it's like, listen, you know, gods are meddling, and he was the one that outwardly said, yeah, well, I sold my soul to another one, and I'm like, that seems like something I should ask about. Like, time out.
It's fitting that you catch that, because now it's like he's been around it and he's said it so much, you know, it doesn't have an impact on him like it would somebody else that's like, hey, wait a minute, you're a fucking warlock, man.
What do you mean sold your soul?
Who'd you sell out to? So yeah, it's he's one of the you know, the handful of, you know, warlocks that's not tied to some ancient old god that's trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite moment of tonight, though, is the realization, both Gale, but also Adam, me as the player, the realization that Gale is so, rightfully so, as his privilege and upbringing, is so self-absorbed in his own thoughts and things, that when he's talking to Tormund, and then Tormund just drops this history bomb on him, he's just like, holy shit, like I haven't thought about asking him anything. Like I like know so little actually about like his history, and then like he comes at me with that, and I'm just like heartbroken for him, and I'm like, wow, I'm a piece of shit, because I've been so worried about my stuff, you know, like it was just like, oh man, that's
but dude, isn't that the human condition?
Yeah.
Though we don't give a shit about anybody else's perspective but our own. Yeah. Even when it's dropped on us, like, oh, cool, man, I'm sorry that your mom died, but you know, I got shit that I got to deal with too.
Yeah, and it's just amplified because like that's just Gale, right? Like he's just, you know, it was that the double-edged sword of like the rich parties, and like, oh, you had parties, I had like scavenging for food, and it's just like this huge separation that just is like, to me, was like such a cool kind of way to look at that class system. And like, I'm complaining about having to go to parties and attend all of these gatherings, and you're like, yeah, I was dealing with my brother murdering my mom and barely surviving with food, and I'm just like, yeah, but have you ever heard a really bad bard at a party? It's not. It's just...
I love that. That's exactly what we need, man, because we think we're the ultimate just blue collar workhorses. That new perspective adds a lot. I love it. I love it, man.
He's not a weekend. He's a Tuesday performer.
You don't play Friday and Saturdays. You're on a Tuesday squad, aren't you?
It's good shit, man.
Love it, guys. I love you guys. Thank you, chat.
Well, that's where we'll wrap up this VOD, and we're going to get into some crazy combat next week, guys. Much love. Be good to each other. And wash
them
your damn hands.
Let's go.